It's that super flow, no, she must flow. Yeah. It's that.
YouTube, what up? It's your boy, Mr. Manyweather. I'm here with another video. This is video number 2. I'm bringing you guys some information, a new product, and overall review of the Las Vegas Barber Expo. It's been 2 weeks now since the event has ended, and I just thinking about the event as a whole. The trip to Vegas was worth it. The educational portion of the expo could have been better. The expo, as far as the floor goes, I mean, that was kind of what you expect. You know, people selling everything from cordless compressors, shears, clippers. All the companies were out. Tune 45, Babyliss, Wall. I don't think I saw an Andis booth set up, but Exotics was there. Uppercut, JRL. You had people selling everything. Just thinking back to the classes, it kind of felt rushed. It was their first show. This is the first Las Vegas Barber Expo, so I will give them that. I was expecting a little more from the educational classes. I know we didn't have a whole lot of time, so I've taken hands-on classes with Chris Bazio. I've taken look and learns. I've done a little bit of everything, so I know that when it comes to the expo, they really don't have all day to teach you. And the thing that I guess set the standard so high for me is last year I went to the Orlando Premiere Orlando. I can't think of what it says, but man, that show was great. It was so many people there. You could see everything from, it was barbers, it was cosmetologists, there was nail techs. It was a little bit of everything. So that show was off the chain. Like, that's the best show that I've ever been to, hands down. But this show, it dropped the ball a little bit when it came to the educational portion. There were one thing that I did realize, and I've been thinking about this kind of for a while now, is that everybody's not meant to be an educator, but or even a platform artist. But what I understand when it comes to business is you want the biggest names in the industry wearing your products or using your products or selling and pushing your product for you. So I saw people who I felt like, man, just solely based on their performance on that stage, it was like, you know, this is not going to get it. People aren't going to know. They're not really leaving out of these doors any better than what they came in. And if we're going to have a show and we're going to spend this money, we're going to travel, I really want to be educated. I know I've been cutting for a while, you know, going, like I said, 16 years. And I know that I'm not going to be able to learn something from every single person off every single word that they say. I understand it, but I view it as, okay, who's in this audience that does not know how to cut hair and they're really seriously looking to get better? You know, like at the Premiere Orlando show, when I took the classes, there were many cosmetologists in there, and they really want to learn how to fade. So if you're going to come with this information, like, you can't be too advanced, you can't be too basic. You got to like find that middle spot that's going to really help a little bit of everybody. And I know you're not going to be able to feed everybody, but for those who don't know, like, we're really coming because we're like, hey, we look up to y'all. I probably wouldn't even have came to this show if Bazio was not said to be the headliner. And I got there, and I don't know what changed, but he wasn't the headliner of the show. And he did have time on stage, but I don't even know if he got as much time as everybody else. And so they kind of put him out there like that, and I don't think it was Like, dude is straight integrity. So I don't think that it was nothing that he did to try to get people to come. Cause I feel like, man, I saw a lot of people that I don't think would have been there if it wasn't for Bazio and the 245 brand. But I don't think it was anything that he did, you know. But I don't know if Jay Majors and them changed up on him at the end. But all I know is Bazio didn't have as much time, and I've taken his classes, and I know this dude can teach, but he just didn't have the time to really get across. Like, none of the educators or platform artists really even had time to finish the haircut. You know, between their introductions and, you know, you're just talking to the crowd and letting people know what they're doing. It just felt rushed and incomplete. And so I know Bazio is December 9th, he's holding a class in Tampa Bay. And I feel like maybe he's doing that because of the lack of education that was at the shows, along with I think his name is these guys have been all across the world, man, educating and taking classes, so they know where in the U.S. we kind of are dropping the ball when it comes to the education portion of these seminars. And I feel like personally after this show, I really don't want to go to another Barber Expo. Like, I'll continue to take classes, but when it just comes down to learning, I'll say this: I won't go expecting a whole lot from the education portion, and that's a bad thing to say. I understand it, but that's just how I feel. Like, it's good to network and meet people and see your favorite barbers and buy new tools and do reviews and all kind of things like that. But I was really let down when it came to the education portion of it. I saw some really good, there were some really good educators, and then there were some people up there. It was just like, you know, why is this person even up here? I don't really understand, other than promoting a product for a company because they have a poppin' social media account. And I'm not bashing social media. I use it. I love it to death. I want 1 billion followers if I can get it, you know. But at the same time, the people that they chose, it didn't work for me. That's my personal opinion on that. Like I said, everything that you want to buy on the floor, as far as the as far as the expo went, the exhibits, all of that stuff was good. You know, I really didn't see too much of what's her name, Iced Out Cut, Mayweather's barber. I can't think of her name right now. I'm drawing a blank, but it almost like it wasn't even part of her show either, because she didn't talk a lot. Like, we saw a lot of Jay Majors. You know, he came up and he spoke a lot, but she really didn't hit the stage and say too much. You know, she was just kind of off to the side. You'll see her walking around and doing whatever it is that she had to do. But one cool thing that happened was, while we were there on the expo floor, you know, it was like this huge commotion, and I'm trying to see what's going on. Next thing I know, I'm like 2-3 feet away from Floyd Mayweather. You know, he came in, and his barber, she took care of him, gave him that bald head. And I didn't stick around for this because really she took a long time to bald his head out, like way longer than I thought. But you know, you gotta flash, stun a little bit, like, yeah, this is what I do. But we also had to leave early from the show. We had some other stuff going on. Me and the other barbers from my shop, some other places we needed to be. So overall, the trip to Vegas was crazy. It was a lot going on. Culture shock, man. Everybody walking around smoking weed and doing the most, man. And if you ain't in that lifestyle, like, it was crazy. But what I will say, my favorite part about the show was the things that I purchased. These joints right here are my new favorite clippers. I've been back 2 weeks and I've been using them for 2 weeks. And honestly, I love these clippers. They are powerful. They cut through anything. I'm taking bald lines out. They got like a 2-hour run time, I believe. If it's not 2 or 3 hours, it might be 2 hours. You can use them while they're charging. You can still use them. and the guards on them. Let me just show you these things first of all. These beauties, I love them. And they got this like clicking, pop, 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 pop. I love that. It'll keep you from getting lost. Not that I get lost in phase, but it just lets you know exactly where you're at, and you can go and be at that exact level whenever you please. You can hear it. And the guards that came with it, it came with the half guard all the way up to a number 6, I believe. Here are the two of the guards. I just picked up some randomly. I like these. I don't know if they're stickers or what. I don't know how long that's gonna last either. As you can see also on the inside, that's a number 4 right there. So just in case that ever does come off, I'll still be able to tell just by, I can turn them over. They're better than your average wall guard. They're not the same durability as the wall premium guards, but this is a much better quality than the wall. They snap on. That thing's not going anywhere. It really clicks in there. You can hear it. Locked and loaded. And these things have not let me down yet. They have a light right here when you're charging them. It'll be a blue light, and then when they're dying, the light will begin to flash. They don't lose power. They'll just stop on you. But what I will say is, as I was using these and it was flashing blue, like I was trying to drain the battery on purpose, and one night I had to just give up on it because it seemed like they just would not die. I was like, skip it, it's late, I've been at the shop all day and all night, let me just leave them till tomorrow and I'll do this in the morning. I'll drain them in the morning because that thing would not die. They last me a long time, all day basically, without having to plug them in. But for the times that I did plug them in and cut, let me show you guys this charger. All right, it's a really long cord. I'm not sure exactly how long, but it's stupid long. Let me see, stupid long. And what I will say is very flimsy, bendable, and I love that. Some of these cords that come with these clippers, like the Wall Heroes, it's the stiffest cord and it's very short. But as far as like rechargeable goes, these right here, this is the cord for the cordless senior, and it's stiff. So you imagine if you got this thing plugged in and you're going like this and it's super stiff, like sometimes it'll come out of the clipper while I'm going, but I didn't experience that with the Babyliss Gold FX at all. Another thing, oh, and this also came with they gave me like a little goodie bag for anybody who purchased the clippers. The clippers were $216 after tax, so $200 before tax. I bought the Tomb 45 shears, and oh my god, they are killing my shears that I already had. And I spent way more money on my current shears than I did on the Tomb 45, and the quality is amazing. Bazio said that he wanted the design like the Sam Vias. He wanted the same type of quality, Japanese steel, but he just wanted it for us at a lower cost, and they definitely pulled it off. It worked. It wasn't my first time using the shears. I actually used them back in August at a hands-on class with him, and so I knew when I was going to come to the show that I would use them, that I were going to purchase them. So yeah, the trip overall was good. The show could have been better, but like I said, I'm mainly excited about these. I put these to the test. I compared them to my cordless seniors, and I prefer these much more to the cordless seniors. I'm waiting for the cordless masters. I want to know exactly how they'll be. I don't even know if they're going to change anything. These things are surprisingly light. They look like, I don't know, like a spray bottle or something, some kind of old microphone or something, but they're lighter than what you'd expect. So they look heavier than what they are. I'm just excited to bring you guys content, reviews. I'm going to do a lot of product reviews. Anything that comes out, I'm going to buy it because I like to try out the best tools that is being offered in our industry so that I can create my best work and even just share with other barbers who they might be looking to spend the money, or they might not be looking to spend the money, but once you hear that, you know, it's really worth it, somebody's giving an honest review, unbiased, then that'll make you, you know, want to go out and spend your hard-earned money and not have to waste it. So if you guys want more videos like this, let me know. Subscribe, hit the little bell. I appreciate you guys for listening. Take care. Peace.